there are natural times in life when kids show parental preference. However, we can't let them get out of control with dictating where people go. And this is literally why I call them tiny dictators. And I have seen this to the extreme. I worked with a couple a long time ago who the dad was eating dinner on the porch to save the peace because the little girl was like, no, you don't eat at the table. You go outside. And because she would like have a tantrum if he sat at the table, the dad would just eat his dinner outside. So you may be laughing, but it can go to those extreme things. And the reason we give in to tiny dictators is to keep the peace usually, right? Because we don't have the time, the emotional capacity. Maybe both parents are working outside the home. They have 2 hours with the child and they don't want an hour of that to be a meltdown, right? But you definitely want to nip this in the bud. And it comes if you feel like you're being bossed around. You're being bossed around. So there's fine details to this that like I can't explain every situation, but if you feel like you're not the boss of me, as soon as you have a childish thought, right? That's a red flag to stop and re-examine what's going on. And I always say this, right? Like if you find you're arguing with your 3-year-old and in your head, you're like, nuh-uh, you didn't say that. Yeah, just take a pause. Right? So if you're like, if your child's dictating you and you're like, you're not the boss of me, I'm the grown up, you need to take a pause and reevaluate what's going on because they're dictating you, right? Now I find this a lot with, like family meals, restaurants, no, I want mommy next to me, but maybe mom's been with the kids all day and dad, you're like, no, mom needs a break. So we have to be forceful in these mostly because these kids are looking for that fence, that fencing in of their psyche because they will get out of control. This is whenever boundaries are skewed, right? Because we talk about this a lot. If the kids can keep having control, they're going to eat that up, eat that fishing line up because they want you to say no. And again, they don't consciously want you to say no, but this is psychologically speaking, they want you to say no. They need to know where the line in the sand is. Otherwise, who the frick is in charge, right? And that feels very unsafe. So what that might look like in your own home is either, you make the rules, but the rules can be your rules. They can change, but they are dictated by you. So maybe it's alternating. No, daddy sat next to you last night. Tonight, mommy's sitting next to you. No, daddy helped you with your potty yesterday. Now it's mommy's turn to help you. No, mommy put you to bed last night. Now it's daddy's turn. But what we have to do is not give in to the child, right? We can't say, oh, they're screaming. They want you. And it gets challenging because when we're setting boundaries, I'm going to say this super slow, super loud and clear. When we set boundaries, particularly new boundaries, the child is not going to be on board. It is going to take some relentless consistency to make those boundaries firm and understood by your child. When we tell our children no, when we are changing a boundary for them, and maybe it means you didn't have a boundary and now you do, and this is how it goes, we can't expect the child to be like, cool, I'm on board. That's not going to happen. You might have a fit,